welcome back to some more Timberborn. So today I was thinking we could try and get down here, put a little bit of a dam across this little bit, and then see where that takes us, because we do have a drought coming in. Oh no, we don't. We do have a drought ending soon. So while the water is out of here, see if we can make that a thing. The problem that we do have, we have one plank and we need a lot more. So we need to power this, which is all well and good when there is water available, but when there's not water available, like now, when there's no flow, we're a bit stuck. So, beaver powered wheel, which side is it? It is that side. That works out well for us, quite luckily. I prioritize that. Get the beaver in there. Hopefully they can get that built and we'll end up with some power. Water is going quite low as well, which is not really very good for us, so we may be able to do something about that. We've got our wheel now, which is lovely, so somebody will come work that. So we'll get a worker in there, get him making some planks, get the power wheel going. That'll help us out. Then hopefully we can get this little path down here sorted, which if we go onto the district, you'll see should get us down where we need to be. So we are able to build stuff, and that's what I'm glad about with the beavers, is that they can reach down a long way, so they can build that platform before the steps, even though it is quite a way down, which is quite handy for us really, because it means that we could do real deep stuff. I'm wondering if there's a way that we can dam this a little bit just to lift things up for us, but I'm not sure it'll work very well. I have to have a look at that at a later date. We'll get this bit sorted first, and then what we want to be doing is getting a dam in here and run that across there. That's the hope. So they'll be able to come down here. Will that be enough? Maybe. It's a little yellow line, so it's got a little way to go before it goes red. It might turn red before the dam, but we should be okay. We should be able to do what we want to do. Planks are taking their time. He's got no logs in there. We could probably do with a hauler's place. The only problem is we don't have any spare beavers, which isn't great. That thing needs a little bit of topping up. So we'll take our steady worker and we'll do that. My guy's getting his logs transported. That gives them access to all those trees. Happy days. Now, some set of these trees, these guys, they're maples. Do we not have some chestnuts? Yeah, so we've got a set of chestnuts and a set of maples. So hopefully they can get growing. That'll help us out wonderfully well. But let's also cut these so that we can neaten this place up a little bit. Now we just got to do is wait for workers, which are slowly producing. These breeding pods, I'm not sure how I feel about them. They take a while for the beaver to breed, basically, and then once they're sort of birthed out of the breeding pod, they're still a kid. So there's another bit of waiting that you have to do. What I like with the folktales is basically you don't know when this bit's going on, because obviously they just turn up as a baby beaver, so you don't see them incubating, if you like. We should be getting the water back now. It is sort of back, filling up. Water wheels are turning. Gonna have some good power, which is wonderful for us. Pumps are all pumping, and eventually it's going to breach the dam and it should fill up this trench that we're trying to then dam up again. How's my guy going on with the trees over here? He's doing all right, actually. Yeah, he's doing all right. It's got a lot they can get to around here. That's handy. While we're here, I would like another planks sort of workshop, just so that we can kind of keep production for these planks up a little bit. Just going to need to square this off, because if we can start producing more planks, then it's going to be better for us when we need to start producing other things as well. So we'll move that there just a little bit further forward, I think, and then we might keep this and just demolish this a little bit just to widen up the river, a little bit more water. But if we can make this a priority as well, get a beaver into there. We are currently producing 200 and a bit power, so these only take 50. We've got more than enough to go around. We've currently got one unemployed beaver, so once that second plank thing has been built, all will be well. Science is producing nicely. They're getting on with the steps down here. The lumber mill is now complete. I did have that spare beaver. I put him back into the district center, so we'll take him away and put him into there so that he can start producing us some logs. Okay, so I've just cancelled the beaver out of the district center and he's gone somewhere. No idea where he's gone though. Never mind, we'll make do. We will make do. They're building the steps down here pretty well. Just need somebody just to finish this bit off and then we'll have it done. Here he is. Bada bing, bada boom, done. Sorted. So now if we have a look at the district centre, we'll see the path does go to the dams, so that is fine. They'll be able to get around there and sort that out. That is wonderful. While we're here, let's try and make things a little bit better with decorations. What are we thinking? Some of this stuff makes our workers work better, like a shrub, if I remember rightly. So why don't we put that here where the beavers are going to pass overnight? And also if we put it down here, if we put it here, we'll impact both of the two planks as well, so they'll be affected by that as well. But right now we want to set these guys as priority, get these dams all built up nicely so that we can stop this water from leaking too much. we'll keep a hold of things a little bit better on. And with our storage being full of food, thankfully, I'm thinking if we unlock the next set of storage, which we can afford, I'll try and get this on top somewhere if possible. So it'll fit that way. Will it fit that way? It will fit that way as well. So what I would like to do, one set of rows there. Can we benefit from one set? Maybe if I put another small warehouse there. Hang on. So what we're actually going to do, put a second platform, second storage here that they can fill up, and then we will also, while we're here, put a second set of storage this way up, and we'll access it from a set of stairs here to go there nicely. Grab another shrub so that if anybody wants to go into the storage, or at least those two storages, they'll have to cross this shrub, so they'll get a bit of a boost when they're going up there instead. Lovely. How are we looking down with the dams? Pretty slow. No one really seems that interested. So while we've got a spare beaver again. Oh, that's why, because somebody has died, so we didn't have many builders. So we'll stick a builder in there. In fact, we'll borrow one from the science as well. Put him in there. So we now have 3 builders. Is there anybody else that we could pause in the meantime? This guy working in the water dump, he can pause. Put him in the district centre too. So 4 builders. We should be able to get something done now, or at least that's the hope. Luckily, our first bit of dam is completed. Second bit is quite the way on the way, so it is starting to back up the water. The only problem is, again, we're out of logs. We are out of logs, which isn't very fun for us. So maybe we could unpause that lumberjack flag. He's got a few in range, but doesn't know what he's doing. Let's cut that one down. That's nice and close. Get these stumps up. That'll be fine for us. We managed to get quite lucky, actually, that we did somehow manage to get some logs from somewhere. Built that second dam piece. That third dam piece is nearly there now. You see the water level's already rising up a little. Not a lot, but a little bit enough just to hold back the water how we want it to be. District centre reaches just about where we need it to be, actually. Reaches fine. We can maybe path this all the way around. One more log and then we'll have full completion. There we go. There is our dam sorted. Fully done. So you can see where the water's starting to speed through. It comes around that corner and it's just all tipping over here like no tomorrow. I do think we are running pretty poorly on wood though, so I'm going to get a load of birches put down. Let's see if we can unroot those though, we don't need them. These birches hopefully will plant and grow and give us what we need, because we are slow with wood. We've got a set already set up. They can be cut. The beavers, I think, are going for all this other stuff over here instead for now. Yes, looks like they are, so they're nibbling away at this, guys. So they're chestnuts, so if we could plant up the chestnut trees in there and help us out a bit, make that pine and maple when we can, and neaten the place up a little bit, you know. So somehow, I don't know what's happened there, but somewhere along the line I must have changed how the forester goes, because these guys have been planted but they can't be reached by the forester, so I'll have to uproot all this dead stuff for a start. No point in it being there if it won't grow. So we'll get rid of all of that and be able to see a little bit better of what's going on. We'll let these grow so that we can actually cut them when they're available. Might make a little bit more sense, clear things up a little bit. Another birch there ready to go in. Lovely jubbly. Still got 3 logs. Still just trying to find enough for the lumber mills and enough for the warehouses. Just need a few more logs. A few more logs and we'll get this storage complete. There we go. One complete building. So I've set this other storage to be sort of low priority. Not an important thing right now. So we've got this one that's going to help us with the berries and everything out. The rest can sort of wait until we get some logs. So now that the shrub's built, everybody who's not a child anyway. Oh no, childs are fine, which is strange. So everybody who does pass down here, especially when they go to sleep at night, is going to get that effect and it gives 5% work, which is good. And then obviously you've got the guys at the builders situation over here. They're also getting that as well. So they get that little 5% buff while they're running around everywhere. Now food I would like to also expand on. It's all nice and good and everything. Having the grill gives us a lot of potatoes, but obviously we can cook a lot more stuff. So I would like to do that. It just means expanding what we've got. So have a look at the old farm, and we can also maybe tuck around here on this green, come over here on this. But I think if we start doing too much, the 2 little guys in here are going to be run ragged. So we might actually be better off get a second farmhouse. We'll get some wheat. Throw some wheat down. And something like that should be ample. And then again, that's 25 logs, so hopefully they'll just crack onto it when they can. Let's totally lower the priority of that warehouse. We don't need it to be being built at all right now. What have we got for power? What are these? Where are they? Well, that's this big wheel, 200. Okay, so interesting. So we can build it this side, but not this side. Is that going to be an issue? I mean, we could always build it. We'll build it, and then we can see what sort of grunt we get out of it. So they can reach it off this platform, so they'll be able to build it, and then we might look at platforming it up to the cog point off of this, so we can bring it back towards a base. That'll save us a little bit rather than going around here and worrying about it on this side. My guy doesn't actually have any trees in range that he can work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause that place and we'll delete it. There's no point for it. But I might actually see what happens to this drought. When this drought comes in, we'll see where the water goes. And if a lot of this stays green down here, we'll get another forester down. What we will do while we can sneak a little lumberjack flag on here. That will let us get to these trees. So we can cut these trees down. If we can get a spare beaver, that'll help us because we're eating up a lot of our stuff with this water wheel. Like all of our planks and all of our logs, which is crazy. Just under half a day before the drought gets in. When the drought's in, then we'll be able to test the water, see where it ends up around here. If it's in a good situation, we will get a forester down here. It'll be very helpful for us. So the river's just drying up right now. So at the moment, looking down here is pretty good. I think we can afford to get a forester. So if we put him here, we should be able to plant a load of trees in here. So if we can get this forester built, we can pretty much fill the area that it can reach with birches, which should help us out in our situation quite well if all of this is birch. As far as the eye can see, I think that would be plenty. We've just got to get it built and then hope that this water level doesn't drop too far over time. If it drops too far over time, we might have a situation where we need to get some water dumps or something just to add a little bit of irrigation. Hey, so there we go. There's our forester's hut completed. We've got one busy little guy in there already sorting us all out. Meanwhile, this stuff's just kind of taking its time to do its thing. Right, so chestnuts. We now got chestnuts. What I wanted to do was get us a gatherer's flag and set him to get some chestnuts so he can start gathering, and that will give us an extra source of food so we can get a grill and get this guy grilling chestnuts. So if we can do a little bit of a conversion towards the end of stuff, when these birches are all being planted and grown, maybe if we can start changing this stuff out to edible and then have this to buildable, if you like, that might be pretty good for us. So in order to do that, what I would like to do is throw some pines down in here as well, just to give us a kind of extra little bit of trees and stuff. You can also go up here, so we will throw some pine up here as well, just to expand them out a little bit. So that should be like, this is all building materials, and then we'll thin this down so it's edible materials. Drought is over. That drought didn't last very long at all, it didn't seem. So that's good for us. And the water wheel, the huge water wheel, is slowly picking up. Still going to be a slow burner on that one. We do have 5 homeless beavers. We can't be doing with that though. So let's go have a look at housing. And what I'm feeling is just do one of these for now. And then what we're going to need to do is get a path. It's a 2, so we're going to need a 2. And we can stairs straight off of here. And in fact, to make things a little bit more awkward for myself, we could stairs that way as well. So we can come round the corner and up here. And that will land us in there pretty nicely. Gives us another home for, was it 6 beavers or something? 10 beavers, so we'll have more homes than we need. And we've got to keep an eye on this water situation that we've got. So we've got 4 water tubs, but we've got to nurse this properly, because otherwise we're going to be in a bit of bother. We do only have 1 water pump, but it does enough for the 25 beavers that we do have. But just got to keep an eye on it and try and find a balance somewhere. Just take all of the cutting off of this. We're going to let these guys grow, let the beaver get around to plant them all up, and then we'll start looking at gnawing them down. But this is why I wish we could have 2 beavers in the forester. This guy's going to take his sweet time running around planting all this stuff. It's a big ask for one little guy on his own. He'll do all right. So the main priority, it seems, at the minute, I guess, should be the housing, because we don't want homeless beavers while we're still producing some babbies. So we'll get the housing on the main priority, and the stairs. Obviously, there's no point in having a house if you can't access it. So we'll get all of this over here on the top priority. Exciting times. Our berries are growing over here, which means we can go over to this set, rip them up, free up some space along the edge of the water. We'll just rip up the ones that haven't been collected for now, just in the hope that my guy over here will go out and collect them, get a little bit more balance to things. 8 more logs for the house. Perfect. 1 more log for that set of steps. 1 more log for that set of steps. 4 more logs for that. Okay, so we're looking good. We're in a better situation. Once we've got some houses and places for people to go, they'll be okay. We will set that off because there's no more beavers needed. And 1 house. Happy days. It's got no path connected to it because they've just got to sort this lot out, but hopefully they will get a wriggle on and do that anyway. And that's our houses sorted for our homeless beavers, of which there were 5 when we started it. They're now 7. So if we could hurry that up, that would be fine. Put that down for a job to do when somebody's free and available. And like I said, we've got to look at this water. We are starting to take into quite a lot of the water now. How are we looking for the big old water wheel? We still just need all these planks. And of course, we can't get any planks because we've got no logs. Dam and blast. So put another water pump in so that this guy's not working on his own, because we are starting to run a little bit low on waters. Food, we're doing absolutely wicked with. So maybe we could just wind back a couple of the beavers. Don't need everybody doing everything, so we could just, yeah, we could just bring them in a little bit. Got plenty of food for now. It'll take a while for it to go off. It's actually filled our storage, so we just want to chill out on that. That gives us one spare beaver for now, and then he can go into this water pump when it's finished. Does anybody want to do this set of stairs? There we go, he's here already, look. Jobs are good, and then that's done. And now everybody's got a house. Hey, we've only got enough room for 3 more though. And I think the next one will go on top of this. And we'll just keep on spinning round and round and round as we go up. And what we've done is got us a new set of trees. So we've got some new raw materials being grown. We've got the wheat down and we've started to collect it so that we've got a head start on bread production. We've got ourselves another grill for the chestnuts that we're collecting. And we've got 120 of those. And we're slowly phasing out this area being used for materials, and we can turn this into an edibles area where we'll get our chestnuts and we'll get our maple from. Lifting up the berries because we've got this set down here doing the good deed, and that is putting us on the front foot now, which is very, very useful for us. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope to see you again. Take it easy and bye for now. Bye everybody.